Sunday, 2nd of November 2025. Check your screen as you are watching this video. Hakeem Baba Ahmed have told all Nigerians, let us come together and be united. We must not allow any foreign countries to divide us over the issue of the sanctions that were meted out to Nigeria by US government, led by Donald Trump. He has told all Nigerians, we must come together and work as one. Nobody should divide Nigeria. And Nigerians must not allow themselves to be divided by any foreign interest. That information is right there on your screen as you are watching this video. But as he's making that statement, bandits have run amok again in Kaduna. They have kidnapped many people in Kaduna State. That information is also right there on your screen. Yesterday, Saturday, the 1st of November, I gave you a report how in Kebbi State, the deputy speaker was kidnapped. Don't forget, deputy speaker of a state is the fourth most important citizen. The governor number 1, deputy number 2, speaker number 3, and the deputy speaker. That one have been kidnapped in Kebbi State. Now, let me begin analysis. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. Kindly like and share as you are watching, and also drop your comments. Kindly subscribe if you are not subscribed, and also on notifications. Don't just subscribe and on notifications, but like and share, very important, and also drop your own comments. Northern elder have told Nigerians that we must not allow ourselves to be divided by any foreign interests. I have always repeated it. But he said that the terrorist does not know the difference between a Christian and a Muslim. Everywhere they go, they want to create havoc. They want to wreak havoc on innocent lives. These are what he said, the Northern elder. But this is my position. These terrorists, they don't care where you come from. But these Northern elders were alive under Jonathan. That Jonathan even shouted that they were Boko Haram in his government. These people, they were alive. They know that all of them were alive. Under Jonathan, they were alive. So what are we talking about? Any small thing, they not talk about unity. I don't understand. Any small thing, let us be united. Let us be united. Okay, why can't you ask for restructuring? But little wonder, another elder like Tanko Yakasai, he said, Nigeria can never go back to a regional system of government anymore. An elder, a 99-year-old man, made that statement. Nigeria can never go back to any kind of regional system of government. That we must continue like this. Imagine such a statement coming from an elder. So every time, northern elders are busy talking about unity. How about restructuring? How about state police? How about VAT? How about every region managing their resources on their state? Every time, unity, one Nigeria, nobody. No, that's not my problem. How about a fair country? These are what we are talking about. The North always be talking about unity. Why United Nigeria? Why United Nigeria? That's the problem. And this was the result of what the British wanted. You join us together, and they gave power to the North, allegedly. Now, look at where we find ourselves. Power is in the hands of the North. When it comes to education, the South is more educated than the North. but you gave them power. Because when the British came for indirect rule, the North were very easy to control. The Igbos were the hardest to control. These are facts. Indirect rule. You can go and Google it and read it. It worked 100% in the North, 50% in Southwest, that's Yoruba land, and almost 0% in Igbo land. So these are what we are talking about. The truth must always and will always be spoken in Nigeria. So how about having a structure that benefits the indigenous people of Nigeria, that suits everybody? Everything is indivisible. One Nigeria. Let us have this structure. The same one Nigeria you are shouting about over the course of last week, Journey on Friday, 31st of October, Kano Assembly raised an alarm. How Lagos State had more slots than them in how Lagos State had more slots than the North in customs. But this is the question. When Buhari started it, all of them kept quiet. And these are what we're talking about. You kept quiet under Buhari, now you're not talking. The same issue of Boko Haram, when they started, they were targeting majorly Christians in the North. I always say it, northern Christians are the, I salute them. Other Christians. Then look at how it has been our force. Now the terrorists are not even sparing anybody. In the North, everybody they are not targeting now. That is the result of the hypocrisy of how other leaders kept quiet. They should have raised alarm, but they kept quiet. Look at North today. So today, Sunday, 2nd of November, let's tell ourselves the truth. Drop your comment on that statement from Northern Elder. He said, we must not allow any foreign country to divide Nigeria over what the US government, how they sanction Nigeria. And these are the problems. Look at the religion. In Yoruba land, look at how it's being practiced. No, there is no problem between the Muslim and the Christians in Yoruba land. Look at how they've taken it in extreme. Because all of the reasons, because of the lack of education. In a family in Yoruba land, they are Muslims, they are Christians. No problem. Even as a family in Yoruba land, they are Muslim, Christian, and traditionalists. In one family, no problem. But in the North, it is the direct opposite. This is what we're talking about. The truth cannot be hidden. The truth will always prevail against lies, against propaganda, and against anything. So that other elder who said we must not allow ourselves to be divided, let him also call for restructuring. Let him also call for a united of government. Let him also call for a state police. Let him call for what will benefit all Nigerians. That's what I want to see. Call for what will benefit all assembly. All Nigerians must benefit. But anything like selfishness, it goes one way. And these are what we're talking about. It's as if, see, let us tell ourselves the truth here. Nobody's the problem. The problem is because we have always hidden hypocrisy, which all of them, one by one, must be exposed. But drop your own comments on that. Bandits were abducted yesterday. Bandits abducted a deputy speaker yesterday. I gave you that information. Drop your comments. What do you think about this statement that is coming from another leader? Let us have this conversation. Drop your own comments. How can a deputy speaker of a state house of assembly be kidnapped? What does that mean? Look at repentant bandits. Look at where they have kindly subscribe, if you're not subscribed, and also on notifications. Kashim Shettima, our vice president, have told the other elders, don't let anybody, any mischief makers divide this Nigeria. Check your screen there. You are going to see a DSS recruitment that was carried out in 2020 by the then DG of the DSS, Yusuf Bichi. 535 people from the north were choosing. Only 93 people were choosing from the southern Nigeria. Now, the north is crying today. Our customs have more people in Lagos than the whole of northern Nigeria. The chicken have come home to roost. Remember, you have been watching me. I always make this declaration. Anytime you see evil, you must speak up against it. They were enjoying Buhari's government. Buhari was choosing people nepotistic. A clear nepotism under Muhammadu Buhari. Now, they are now speaking up under Tinubu. Like I said, you don't have the moral right, and they should shut up. You don't simply have the moral right. And I've always said it. If Nigeria is to be a normal country, there is no way you will see Jonathan and vote for Buhari. There is no way. In competency, in administration, in anything, in educational qualifications, there is no way you'd ever leave Jonathan and vote for Buhari. But because of sentiments, tribal sentiments, religious sentiment, and all those nonsense, they voted for Buhari. And some Yoruba elites too, they worked to remove Jonathan. Now, even before Buhari died, I've been saying it. Buhari's government is the worst in the history of Nigeria. And I've been consistent in it. Buhari's government is the most irresponsible government ever. You were choosing people based on their tribe. At a particular time, the Fulani felt that they own Nigeria under Buhari. They can do and undo. That was where we started hearing of repentant bandits, repentant Boko Haram. All this nonsense started gearing up under Buhari's government. If Nigeria to be a normal country, there is no way normal human being will have voted for Buhari. But because of tribe and religion and all those things, that's the problem. So they not have nothing to say. They should shut up. Look at that information on your screen. How can you bring in 535 human beings from the north and just 93 people from the south? Let us be okay. If you are watching me now, drop a comment. Between the south and the north, ordinarily, which of them is more competent? In education, which of them is not competent? And you say Nigeria is not working. You are still using quota system. In 2025, we are still using quota system in Nigeria. Quota system. And you are saying things are not working. How do you expect things to work? Using quota system. So all these things are the problem. All these things point to the facts that to achieve a proper nationhood is not, see, listen to me, is not something that we can just wish away. No. We must be ready to tell ourselves the truth. At this stage of our lives, let's tell ourselves the truth. This current structure is not working. This system is not working. Let us start by our unification. The British who joined us together, did they seek consent from our forefathers? In 1914, the amalgamation of the Northern Protectorate and Southern Protectorate, did they seek our fathers' consent? That, okay, Yoruba sit down, the Igbo sit down, the North sit down, and the other minority groups in Nigeria, Do you agree to be one? They just joined Nigeria together without the consent of the indigenous people. And look at how everything is now. Look at how, and look at where we are today. The truth can be bitter if it pain you, but we must always tell ourselves and remember where we are coming from. After that, look at the scenes of what happened in Nigeria. In 1960, Azikiwe group met with Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. He said it's the Zik of Africa. And you wonder how can you compare in Igbo land the popularity of Azikiwe and Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu? In Igbo land till tomorrow, can you compare their popularity? Azikiwe believed in, okay, let us have this kind of Nigeria. And then he became a president, but the prime minister was far more powerful than him. Tafawa Balewa was the prime minister, far more powerful. And they saw the scenes of what happened in Nigeria. From the Awolowo and Ladoke Akintola supremacy battle of the southwestern part of Nigeria to the issue of the civil war and everything culminated. Military rule. We now came back in 1999. The same, look at what they gave to us as constitution. And you are asking, why are things not working? Look at what they gave to you. Look at the documents that they gave to Nigerians as constitution. You are asking, you are like, okay, in a constitution where Sharia is being mentioned. You understand? So that is the problem. Until the people of Nigeria, the young people find a way to sit down and ask themselves, what is the power to go? Jonathan did a confab in 2014. But in that confab, he said Nigeria's unity was not negotiable. So that pretext has cancelled everything. That one word, that pretext. Nigeria's unity was not negotiable. It has cancelled everything. So there is no way you would ever, now, without one pretext, there is no way. I'm telling you something. There is no way without one pretext that things can never move forward. That Nigeria's unity was not negotiable. Now, the cover was our constitution 1999 should be looked at. If possible, let us have a people's constitution. But how can it pass where we have more people in the north in the National Assembly? You see the problem? So when you talk about state police, when you talk about the North have always rejected all of them. Say no, we don't just want. So how do we expect Nigeria to move forward? So anything called division, the North doesn't want to hear anything. When I gave you a report from Mahadishe, when I showed you that list on your screen, Mahadishe who said, oh, the Republic is now a welcome reality, and he kept on mentioning this different times. He kept on mentioning them, how they are moving in the right direction, different tribes in Nigeria. So now, if you ask me, Riwan, I don't know, I gave you a news earlier. Deputy Speaker, House of Assembly of Kebbi State, they kidnapped him. He was kidnapped today. That's the number 4 citizens of a state. They carry and go. What is the hope of me and you? If they carry Devil Speaker, God have mercy. If they can kidnap Devil Speaker of a state, in Kebbi State, I gave you that information earlier. Now, all these things, when you look at them critically, now you must be very worried. And for the fact that the US government, they're talking about the Sharia law again, Ted Cruz, talking about that Sharia law. See, listen now, listen. The way things are presently, God have mercy. So let them start working on a new constitution for Nigeria. It's very, very possible. I gave you a news last Saturday. Olisa Agbakoba said this. It is very, very possible to have a new constitution. That's if we are willing. That's if we have the temerity to bring a new constitution into place. If we are willing, we can do it. So let us have a new constitution. It's very, very possible, and we can have it. But as you are watching this video, you drop your comments. What now do you think is the right way to go? I saw your comments over the issue of the kidnap of the Deputy Speaker of Kebbi State. Many people are saying on the comment section that that kidnap is a fake kidnap. That's oh my God, have mercy. Many people are saying that the Sultan of Sokoto, El-Rufai, and everybody should be investigated. I see your comment too. I saw many comments. But drop your comments. What do you think? And how do you think it is now the right way to go as Nigerians? Don't forget, in Lagos State, the Sultan of Sokoto said 2 weeks ago, nobody can divide Nigeria. And 10 governors were there in that meeting. Also, the Sultan made another declaration in Benin Kebbi, where they had the meeting of Northern Traditional Rulers meeting. He said social media should be regulated by the government over fake news. So all these things are now bring up. Don't forget, the US President Donald Trump has sanctioned Nigeria by putting Nigeria back in the name of country of concern about the issue of the genocide against the Christians. Now, our president has come out to deny it. President Ahmed have come out to deny it. Said no, there is nothing like Christian genocide in Nigeria. The president has come out to deny it. There's nothing like that, obviously. Now, listen. Let us look.